All right. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I just want to welcome you. We are doing our challenge group webinar tonight. So when I first started, I'm like, okay, what the heck is a challenge group? Like, I have no idea what that even means. Like, do I have to go somewhere? Do I not? I don't know what that means. So I figured it would be helpful, given the teacher in me, that that we just kind of get together and talk about not only what a challenge group is, but also why you would want to be a part of one. Like, why is this even beneficial to consider? So I brought on a couple of my good friends who are in the challenge group. Oddly enough, I did not know 2 out of the 3 of you guys before doing the challenge group. So it's definitely, as you'll hear throughout the night tonight, it's definitely something. I have this little bug that's like flying around me. Sorry. It's definitely an environment where you can make really, really good friends. So I've got Mandy Gruby and Corrine Elliott and Rachel Moderson. Am I saying your last name right, dear? Moderson. Okay, right? Okay. So as you're going to be able to tell, we just have a ton of fun together. It's a really cool environment. So I'm going to start out by telling you guys what a challenge group is. And then I'm going to pass it off to the girls and they can kind of tell you their experience with it and how it has helped them. So a challenge group, all it is a private Facebook group. But the magic happens with the people in that group. So being that it's private, anything that you post in there, nobody else can see. Only the members of that group can see what you post. So we post before pictures that aren't so pretty sometimes, like, like we might feel really, really self-conscious, but immediately after you post something, it is amazing how many people, okay, maybe not immediately, but within like 5-10 minutes, how many people comment and just say, thank you so much for posting that. I now am comfortable posting my own before pictures, because you started that. So it's nice. The one that I have going on right now, it's called Flabulous Fun and Fitness. And it is only for women. I have had some male customers lately who need a challenge group as well. So I'm thinking about, starting a separate challenge group for the guys. I know actually my husband Ryan would really like to be in a challenge group also. So I'm thinking I'll probably start that fairly soon. But right now, my Flabulous group is only for women, which is also super comforting because, when you're putting yourself out there like that, you don't really want to have guys see you. Also, in my groups, I'm super, I don't know if picky is the right word, but I'm very protective. And it's only positivity. It's only encouragement. I'm not saying that you can't talk about struggles. You totally can talk about struggles. I don't mean it like that. But it's people lifting each other up and definitely encouraging people instead of like being judgmental. So it's a very compassionate and understanding environment. And it feels so good. Like I was craving something like this because like even where I worked, it was not horrible. I worked with a ton of women and there wasn't all that much like cattiness and clickiness and stuff. There was a little bit, but not bad at all. But I still got like drained from negativity. And I'm just like, I don't want to be surrounded and plagued by this negativity anymore. And when I started in the challenge group, and then especially when I became a coach and like dove into that side in the community, oh my goodness, it was like this breath of fresh air, like this huge weight that was like lifted off of my chest. And I could actually just be me, and like be positive. And I wasn't looked at weird because I was like happy. So that's kind of just in a nutshell what a challenge group is. And then at the end, I'll wrap up with like how you actually can join us and how you get the right tools. And I don't know if you girls are planning on touching on this, and you can or you cannot, I don't care either way, but as far as like getting a fitness program that actually works really well and how much of a difference that makes in getting nutrients in your body. So I'm going to talk about that at the end, but if that's part of what you guys wanted to talk about, you definitely can. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to pick on Mandy. Do you do you want to unmute yourself, or should I do it? Oh, just kidding. There we go.
Okay. I'm unmuted?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, wow. Where do I start? I guess it took me a while to join the group. I was very leery about joining any group where you had to post pictures about yourself, but you didn't push at all, Lacey. So that was great, because I'm not someone that you can just push into doing something. I will go and do the opposite. So, no, when I finally did join the group, it was after a summer where I was like, oh, I can't lose any weight. I don't know what's going on. I'm working out sometimes. And I think you had me join in September, and it was, I kind of just did some workouts for that first month, and I saw that Core de Force was coming out, and I really was excited about doing it. And that's really the key, motivation. You got to have some kind of motivation. So I got the Core de Force package, and I got Shakeology with it. I was adamant against Shakeology. I hated the taste. Absolutely hated the taste of that stuff. I don't like powdered drinks at all. But I wanted to do the group, and I wanted to go all in. And so I got Shakeology. I figured out a way to make it so I liked it. I had to use almond milk, and I had to have cafe latte. That was it. So I figured out a way to do it. And in that first month that I joined the challenge group, it was great because so many girls are positive about the whole process. I mean, you post a picture, or you post a before and after picture, or before and maybe a couple weeks later, and they're like, oh, I can see the little definition changes or something like that. And it was great. And I loved it. And that after I got Core de Force, I did that. I stayed on track with the workouts, with the Shakeology. I did my posts. I was super motivated to post. And that first month I lost 12 pounds. So, and more than that, I gained strength, stamina. I hated push-ups. Absolutely hated them. And that program, there's one workout that you do 30 or some different types of push-ups. And that it's nuts. But it gave me strength, and I loved it. I know there was more that I wanted to say, but I can't remember. Lacey, do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. I just know I remember you saying how much you were just at a plateau, and that I'm not sure which aspect. I'm pretty sure, honestly, it was just the combination of all three, the group and Core de Force and Shakeology all together, that all of a sudden, the weight just kind of started naturally coming off,
Yeah, I still remember the first day because I started coming to Turbo Kick, or I had been coming to Turbo Kick, but I started coming more religiously. And I remember that day, I think it was like November or December. I walked in like, holy cow, Mandy, where'd you go?
Right. I'm like, I feel like I just saw you last week, and you look totally different. Yeah.
And that's one thing I've noticed is I don't see results for a few weeks. And then all of a sudden it's like a switch gets flipped. And I feel like I've all of a sudden lost inches. And I feel that that's more of an indication than the scale, because I've gained a lot of muscle. So I know I could have lost more weight if I didn't gain that muscle, but it's the scale. You just kick the damn scale to the curb.
Right? I don't even honestly know why I still have one, because I hardly ever step on it. I've lost like 2 pounds since I started, but I went from a size 8, 10-ish in pants down to a 2, 4. Like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
Yeah. Since last January, I went from, I've lost 36 pounds, and I have gone down 4 pant sizes. I mean, I've lost 6 inches on my waist, and I don't know how much on my butt because I forgot to take that measurement last year, or maybe I didn't forget. The other thing I wanted to mention was meal planning. This whole process has done more for me than just lose weight and lose inches. I am more organized, and I have more energy to do the other things in my life, like get my house in order, meal planning. I hate meal planning. Mm-hmm. But once I started, I created an inventory of everything in my freezer, fridge, everything. And once I started doing that, and then I started planning out my meals for the week, and I started only going grocery shopping for the things that I needed that week, it got me organized, saved time, saved money. I am now on a budget for our groceries, and I can stick to it because I go grocery shopping just for the weekly stuff, and that's it.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So it's been a long process, and Lacey, I told you that it was going to be a long process for me, but it's only been about a year, and I've lost 36 pounds and so many inches and changed my life. So
it was a long process for me though too. I mean, you guys probably know I'm totally the one step at a time girl, because I started with 3 workouts a week, and then once that became comfortable, then I added 1 more. And then when 4 became comfortable, I added more. I didn't even touch my eating at all when I started.
I didn't for a year.
Like, I can't just overhaul my whole life overnight. And if you can, that's awesome, but I just couldn't. I'm like, it's not sustainable for me. I'm going to, like, after a couple weeks, throw up my hand and say, forget this. This sucks. I'm done.
I don't think I've ever fully and completely thrown myself into following a meal plan, but I have just been conscious of what I am eating and the things I'm eating, and I have made more substitutions in the past few months, actually, more so. And my family hasn't even really noticed.
Not the best.
Awesome. So I do it, and so they follow.
Cool. All right. Well, is that okay if we go on to the next person?
Go for it.
Awesome. Good job, Mandy. All right. Corrine, you're up next. I'll unmute you, dear. There you go. You're all set.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All righty. So I guess prior to joining the group, I was kind of had a sad couple of months and some stuff going on. And I just remember how good I felt like when I was actually exercising and eating right. And I knew a cousin and a couple other people in your group, and I think I was in your group too, like earlier on, but then I really got active just recently again. And boy, I'm not really good at talking in front of people, but let's see. I just feel better overall. Like, I haven't lost any weight, and I've been like going hardcore here for about 3 weeks, but like I just feel a ton better. I'm happy, I'm motivated, and for the days like I wake up and I don't want to crawl out of my dungeon and I want to be like pish posh to the world, I'll come on Facebook and I'll look what all the other girls are posting, and I'll get super motivated and like, okay, I'm gonna get out there and do it too. And I've been doing it for a couple of weeks pretty well now, and I just feel better all around. I follow the 21-day fix eating planner. I'm trying to. I just started measuring again recently because I guess I went back to weighing myself too much, and yeah, I'm ready to throw that thing out the window. So really doesn't measure how good I feel. It literally will just make me really ticked off for a day, and like, you know, really, I think I'm doing everything I can right now, and I'm just really motivated, and I think I'm just not going to step on that for a while, because I think there's other changes happening. And like Mandy said, you know, right away, you didn't lose it right away, and then all of a sudden a switch flipped, and then it just started working. I feel like that's coming for me pretty soon here. So, but yeah.
How did it feel, Corrine, when you had posted in our group about your frustration with not losing any weight, and then how many of us had commented, pointing out the non-scale victories, and the aspect of throwing the damn scale at the window.
That's awesome. Like, honestly, I feel like if I wasn't in the group and I would have weighed myself, I would have done like I did every other time in the past and been like, well, screw it then. I don't even care. And then I'd probably go eat a burger, have like 15 beers and cry myself to sleep and, rinse and repeat. Who knows? Maybe not quite that bad. I exaggerate. But I just feel a lot better knowing that other people have been where I've been. And it just, it makes me feel like, okay, I can keep going because, somewhere down the line, maybe I'll start losing weight, but in the time being, I guess I just feel better all around. And I guess that's more important to me, is that I'm not moping around in bed and grumpy at the world all day. I'm actually getting out there and doing it. And I think I'm actually probably funner to be around.
Right. That's actually why I like throwing in those, for the daily challenge that we do. It's always something fun, so, well, it's not always something fun. Saturday is, sweaty selfie. Sunday is meal prep. But anyways, that's why I like throwing in there sometimes, like, tell me your best emotional improvement, or your mental improvement. And it helps people to kind of realize that not only I work out, I drink my shake, I rate my nutrition. Oh, wait a second. All of that is actually helping me even more so than just physical, I like throwing those in there to kind of help people to realize that.
I've actually been off of the Prozac, a pretty high dose of it now for about a month. Good. So that's huge, I guess, that I was able to taper off of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood, I guess, for the most part.
Good. That's really cool. The mental health benefits of of exercise is amazing. I mean, you guys know how much I struggled a lot more, but still it's a struggle with anxiety. And when I can crush a workout like I did last night at Turbo Kick, I was sweating so much that when we did a stretch where you like breathe in deep like this, and then you like dive down and you exhale, I had sweat that was like dripping like up my chin. I was upside down, but I needed that. Like, I needed to get my heart rate up. I had a crap day yesterday, and I really just needed that. So cool. All right. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
No, just thank you for being you. It's great to have a really supportive coach, and I'm glad I made the switch.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. I love what I do. So it's fun.
Keep doing it.
Thank you. All righty, Rachel, you are up. I've got you unmuted, so you're all set.
Oh, boy. So how much time do we have? So I am pretty new to the group. I'll just give quick background. I am a pretty regular gym rat. I have a very specific, lifting schedule that I like to stick to, and I'm in the gym for an hour a day, 6 days a week. I feel it. I feel good, except that I wasn't doing anything else. So my nutrition was, I wasn't drinking enough water. I didn't have anybody really to, help hold me accountable. It's one thing to say that you're going to hold yourself accountable and try and have the willpower, and then you have a bad day. You have a bad day at work. The kids make you a little less patient than you'd like to be, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, you're drinking, a few beers. And, it's so helpful to be in a group where you have this like-mindedness. All the women are in there for their own personal reasons, but you're all in there for the same goal. And I think that that's really important because, I have a great support system at home. My husband is really supportive. I have great kids. My family, my friends, they're all cheering me on. But to have somebody that's going through the exact same thing that you're going through and going through the exact same struggles that you have, that's huge. It makes such a big difference to be able to bounce off those ideas and those struggles and those successes with other women that know exactly what that means. back to the whole before/progress pictures with Lacey. I haven't done that yet. I struggle a little bit with body positivity and self-love, and Lacey's really working with me on that. But I think that, it's helping. I have 2 sets of young daughters. Their eyes are watching my every move, and it's really important for me for them to know that they need to love their body no matter what. They need to be proud of what their body can do for them. And they can't get that from me if I'm negative about myself. So just having, those extra daily quotes and those, positive reinforcements from Lacey and the other ladies, that's really a big deal. I started making myself a little list as you guys were talking. So we'll just go right down. So yeah, about the whole accountability thing, I really, really love the kind of checklist that Lacey has. You did your workout, you got your water, you rate your nutrition, you drink your shake. Because I think that having all of that together is amazing. One part can be off and you're like, but being able to kind of check yourself is really big. And those reminders are really helpful for me too. Today wasn't an awesome day for me. I kind of had an off night at work. My nutrition wasn't awesome. In fact, I didn't eat enough. And I think that made me a little bit crabby. Who knew? But, just having those reminders and being able to say, you know what, I had a bad day. Tomorrow's a new day and we're moving right along. It's just really nice to be able to have, I'm very much a list person. So being able to say, check, and that's really helpful for me. I like the sweaty selfies and, what was your favorite move from your workout today? I think that's really cool because everybody kind of is doing a different, routine or plan. And, I'm very curious about what everybody else is doing and what they like and why they like it. I'm starting off with Cord Force for a couple reasons. I'm really interested in boxing and, martial arts and that kind of thing. The trainer Joel, easy on the eyes. Yeah. So that makes it a little bit easier to, push play every day when you got.
I got to meet him when I was in Punta Cana.
I saw your picture and I was on the verge of tears. Like happy tears for you, excruciatingly sad tears for me. What else do I have? Yeah, I think my biggest, I don't know, it's hard for me to come up with one concrete why I'm doing this. And I think that it really, at this point, boils down to my kids, which in turn kind of ripple affects me as well. I want to be healthy for my kids. I want to be around long term. I want to be a healthy and active mom. I want to be able to go out there and play with them outside and be able to go on the long bike rides and play at the playground and, do all of those fun, active things. And I can't always get that done right now, So in turn, being inspiring for them is helping me get healthier. And, my family is just kind of coming along for the ride because they have to, because I'm the cook. So, we found a lot of really good recipes through the different groups that we really, really like. It's a little bit more difficult for my family. I have 2 meat eaters and 2 vegetarians. So I'm cooking 2 meals every night most of the time. But those are my girls. So it's a little bit more difficult, but it's definitely manageable because I meal plan like crazy. I actually made myself a grocery list because I didn't like the ones that I found on Pinterest or the internet. And so I'm kind of particular about how I lay out my menu, how I lay out my grocery list, and being that organized is really helpful. I designated specific shelves in my refrigerator for foods that are good for snacks and foods that are specific for, meals. you know, just staying organized like that is really helpful for me because I'm kind of a type A, you know, firstborn Capricorn type thing. So I'm a little OCD about that stuff. But the way that Lacey has put these groups together is so amazing and incredible. I really don't think that she has the same 24 hours in her day that I have in mine because she gets so much stuff done. It is so inspirational to watch this woman work. And I just feel so blessed that, that she found me, you know, and I really, really encourage anybody that, you know, even if one component in your, you know, journey is off, Lacey can help you get there. So I really, really encourage everybody to call her, and she is more than willing to talk and get you set up with what you need. We love you, Lacey.
So much. Aw, me too. I wasn't expecting all these compliments. Thank you, guys.
Woo-hoo.
Well, thank you so much. Let's see here. Jennifer actually couldn't be on our call tonight, so she recorded her what she wanted to say to you guys, and hopefully I will be able to make it loud enough that you can hear it.
Hello all. So Lacey had just asked me to kind of explain how the challenge group has helped me so far. It has only been 2.5 weeks, but there's been great things that it has done for me. First off, I had so many reasons that I needed to lose weight. I've had my mother-in-law, it's kind of an intense relationship, who says that I definitely need to lose weight before I have kids. I'm 30 and I do not have kids yet, so it is true. It would be healthier if I had less weight. Kind of a funnier story is my husband noticed my stretch marks recently, and he just didn't know what they were and what oh my gosh, like, what is that? You have to get that checked. You have to go to the doctor. And I'm like, nope, they're just stretch marks because I'm kind of fat. So from so many different angles, so many different reasons, I really needed to lose weight. And I think when I saw this challenge group, that really coincided well with the fact that I kind of have June off here. I do work in schools as a school psychologist, so I'm like, this is my opportunity to finally do something. So just starting this group, it's been 2.5 weeks. It's been amazing at what it has done for me, again, in such a short period of time so far. First off, the weight's come off slightly. I think it's coming off in a very healthy way because of this group. We're really working on my nutrition. It's maybe not as consistent as my working out every day, but the group has definitely made me more conscious of what I'm eating on a daily basis. And then as far as exercising, I have never exercised 21 days straight to the sweaty, gross self that I get after just that half hour of working out. So this challenge group has definitely made me so much more aware of what I'm eating, actually making me work out. And another unexpected sort of benefit from being in this group has definitely been my mood. It's really improved. Again, I wasn't quite expecting that in such a short period of time, but so far, overall, I do feel like my mood is a little more boosted and I have a little more energy just because of being in this group focused on my eating and my working out. I've definitely thought a lot about, gosh, why I haven't done this before, but I think it's mainly the group is holding you accountable, that you're part of a group with other people that have similar goals. So you do want to kind of hold up your end and work towards your goal just like everyone else is. So overall, it's been a great thing. It's helped me just start losing a little bit of weight, improve my mood, gotten me consistently working out, and definitely working on that nutrition and what I'm eating. So it's been a great 2.5 weeks so far. I can't wait to see what else is coming down the road.
Yay! Yeah, go ahead, Mandy.
One thing I'd like to say, it's nice. I've been a part of this group for a while now, and if there was a little point in there where I kind of stopped posting a little bit, and not as much as I normally did. I always post every couple days or whatever, but I started to think, why do I need to keep posting? So it's nice to hear other people say that by me posting or by all these other girls posting, it helps them stay motivated. Otherwise, I would probably, that's probably what brought me to start doing this again more so. I think you may have noticed I've upped my game the last couple of days, but but yeah, and I could see the difference in the motivation. Just continuously posting really gets you motivated to keep it up. And so I'm glad. I was very happy to hear what she just said.
Yeah, and I totally agree. And I actually have a hard time posting every day. I mean, like, I keep up with, like keeping track of the points and doing stuff like that. But there's times where all of a sudden I'm laying in bed and it's 11 and I can't fall asleep because my phone stopped like spinning in circles. And I'm like, oh, I never posted my Fabulous. So I grab my phone and so yeah. I hope that this gives you guys a really, really good idea. This webinar was freaking amazing. And I can't thank you girls enough for contributing towards it. I love it. So basically how you join is you just contact me. Or, like I know Rachel, you had invited a couple people into the group, and you can contact Rachel, however you want to handle it. But what we do is we figure out a good solution to your problem. Okay, so it's funny because I always thought, like, I'm not in sales, and I'm like, okay, well, if I just shift how I look at sales, all sales is providing a solution to a problem somebody has. It's gotten a really bad rap because there's a lot of skeezy salespeople out there that just want it for themselves, but I love helping people. And I love it when I can figure out a good fit for you, So if I'm talking to you and, you say that you love dancing and you love country music, and I'm like, ooh, country heat, this is going to be so fun. Like I get all excited, like for you. And so that's where it starts. In order to be in the challenge group, you get a challenge pack, which is a fitness program and Shakeology. You get the color-coded containers to help with your portion control and your food group balance. They're so helpful. And like Rachel was saying, my whole family, and Mandy kind of touched on this too, and I know, Corinne, this is applicable to you too. My whole family has benefited from me learning this system as far as eating. So it's really super helpful. You not only get all of that stuff though, you get me as your coach, okay? So even, like if you sign up with somebody on my team, you still get to come into that Fabulous group and we get to be a family together. All right? Okay, thank you girls so much for jumping on tonight. I appreciate all of you so much. Okay, bye guys.